Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over coin, Kaspa coin, tell you guys what I'm doing with this coin. And a lot of people like this coin. It is a very bullish coin, but in my opinion, it's in a correction. So all corrections mean is things go down. Obviously, well, they could correct up too. What does that mean? Opportunities potentially, right? You want to get in the next little run the Kaspa can do. And I see Kaspa is going to be a little bit of a mover here in a little while. So I'm going to go over the whole chart, but let me first go over some things because some people might make their decision on, well, if I buy Kaspa, but the S&P 500 is going to drop like a rock, it's probably not going to go up. So let's take a look at that area and also Bitcoin too. Here's the SP 500 futures, ES. And I'm going to go over this with you on the daily chart, give you my take and my opinion, kind of what's going on over on everything, guys. So, the word on the street is that this right here, okay, this is all going to really Kaspa, so bear with me, is that this move right here and this correction and then move right here is a potential ABC move, all big corrective move, and it's going to drop like a rock. And it could, guys. It very well could. And then you got the DXY up here, it's going up, and that's going to thrust the TradFi markets down and bring Bitcoin down with it. That's the word on the street for the most part that I've been noticing. And the VIX hit a long-term bottom, and it's going to be going up into an uptrend, and that very well could too, guys. Here's the thing. Here's the argument that I have with this asset right here is that you have a bottom here, you have this trend here, and you have a clear break of that trend. Okay. So more than likely, in my opinion, this right here was some sort of significant local bottom, and that it's correcting either this or it's into a new trend, in my opinion. Okay. It's doing a pretty good job of correcting this. So to me right now, until proven otherwise, this is a correction this way. And if it's correcting this way, more than likely you have something. So to me, it's like correcting this whole leg now right here, okay? It's going to be a very confusing time for traders in these markets, unless you're in certain assets. But the movement is you have a good shot that this is just going to be some serious chop put to who knows where, guys. And it's going to be very confusing. So that's kind of what I'm expecting till proven otherwise with that. As the DXY, if you watch my videos, I go over that, what's possibly going on. It's going into a correction and paying attention to the VIX. And then Bitcoin. Here's Bitcoin on the CME futures chart, the CME's futures. And I wanted to go over this with you guys too, all related to Kaspa. But you can see I have the logarithmic Fibonacci on here with this asset, okay? This is the futures, Bitcoin futures, guys. So this thing made a picture perfect 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, the extended third wave back down for a 4 and a 5. You can see on the third wave peak right there, hit 1.618 on the nose, came up and hit 2.0 on the nose, came back down, corrected the fourth wave, and went up potentially for that fifth wave, guys. Can it do some more in here and spike up to 2.618 and hit that? It very well could. Could do that easy. It could do it today if it wanted to. So with that said, looking at this chart, the bearish argument is ABC, ABC, or a 3-wave move and up for a 5, and it's going to come down and break those lows. Don't know that yet. It's all big speculative game and move potentially. But if this is a 5-wave move, you can expect a correction to this target and also to this target. Okay, so 20,800 or 721,500. Okay, guys. If it gets up higher, then the target can be lower. Is kind of what I'm looking at. And it's going to go along with this area. If these guys right here are just going to kind of trend up. And we'll look at the NASDAQ too. The NASDAQ needs to do a correction. I'm looking at that. A correction on the NASDAQ, guys. So let me see, where's the NASDAQ? The NASDAQ needs to do a correction too. And it's looking like to me that it is correcting that leg. Okay. And I'm just checking this one out too. It's looking like a 3-wave move. Could be coming all the way back down to 11.3 and then that area to see what it's going to be doing over here, okay? Like I said, over there in the traditional financial markets, it looks ugly. It all looks like it just wants to drop like a rock. So be careful of that. With that said, now we're on to Kaspa. Kaspa coin. So here's it was I was going into Kaspa here. I decided to do an exit on Kaspa over there because I do think this is a corrective move up. It's very tricky and then that ascending wedge, guys. And I wouldn't do anything with this for the time being. That's my take on it, not financial advice. And you want to see if it's going to break out of this wedge or if it's going to break up out of that wedge, guys. And more than likely, I think the higher probability is going to break out of that wedge. Can you get a bullishness out of that? Yes, you very well could. Starting right here, you can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That makes it hyper bullish. And at some point, it's going to whiz out of there and it vertically probably, guys. So I don't think that it is. I think you got a 3-wave swing here, 3-wave swing back down, and a 3-wave swing up for a complex correction for a B wave. Okay. And it's going to swing back down into the C wave. Okay. Like I said, I could be wrong, and it's going to come right back down to these areas and whiz out of there. Okay. I'm pretty confident that I should be right. And I exited out there. I'm going to pick it up back down there, guys. So on Kaspa, it wasn't too bad in this. Say I got in this area on average and went up there to take it, like a 60% run, and then come back down here. If it gets down here, this is going to be the opportunity for Kaspa, guys. Now, what's my argument that this is a corrective move? My argument is right here. That's a 5-wave move. 5-wave move. Now, if you want to get onto your chart and you call that a 3-wave move and it corrected that leg over here, hey, by all means, go for it. But I get a 5-wave move out of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And if that's a 5-wave move, then you got to swing back up and then it needs another 5 over here. So more than likely with Kaspa coin, I'm checking it out and you got a 5-wave move there. Potentially the B ended there. And you're looking at least a 1-to-1 right to 0.003 of a penny. And it could go swing all the way back down there. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the whole chart with you guys and show you. Here's Kaspa coin. Okay. So here's Kaspa coin on a daily chart. You can see this was the massive move, the wave with the most momentum right here. So you got a 1, 2, 3, 4. And that could have been a flat right there, actually, guys. Right here, it could have been a flat. I'd have to investigate that a little bit closer. Whether it ended here, it's irrelevant. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it went up for a 5, giving yourself the bearish divergence. Okay, guys? And it would be reasonable to think with it ending on the 28th of November and coming down and by the 31st of December is really not enough time for this leg to correct this whole sequence. Okay. So now it's over here correcting this whole sequence, guys. Okay. In my opinion, that's why I say that over here in this area. Okay. Just like so. So now you have, and actually to just looking at that, if it does correct just to here, that's actually very bullish for this asset, 0.003, something like that. Okay. So it'd be reasonable to think that Kaspa would be up here in this 5-wave move, this B wave, and then coming back down for this C wave, just like so. And it can get itself ready to get ready for this next 3rd wave over here. Okay. So checking it out down here in the RSI, you can see, and then it could bring it back all the way back down there and get a nice reset to get ready for a run in that area, guys. Okay, let me show you here down here. Okay, and that over there. So there's going to be more downside. So more than likely, maybe that's Kaspa is telling us there's going to be downside in the crypto market. Okay. That's a potential. Maybe Kaspa coin's telling us that. Now I'm back over here, trading view on Kaspa. So reasonable targets is you want to start checking out on Kaspa with this leg here. It came up to this B wave. Okay. Okay. Well, first step, see if it's going to break down out of this wedge or break up. Okay. Break up. And I still would not be comfortable with getting Kaspa if it breaks up above that wedge. You're going to actually want to see it break that high, in my opinion. But with that said, now the next step is going to be the first area is going to start checking at 6.18, 786, and 1.1. Okay. And, you have to realize it can make a whiz all the way back down to 1.618. It's not uncommon, in cryptocurrencies, an A wave and then a B wave and a C wave is going to be 786, more than likely 1.0, and all the way down to 1.618. That is not unreasonable to think that, guys. Okay. You got to remember on this trading view chart, you see this leg right here. A lot of people are just using this leg, and it looks like this correction is way too big for this leg. You got to go to this chart and realize Kaspa is correcting more than likely this whole sequence over here. So it would make sense that correction would be that big for this whole leg. Okay. And in my opinion, if the correction is done there with Kaspa in this area, it has a nice clean three-wave swing like that, that is very, very bullish, because a lot of other assets, well, let me take the brush here. A lot of these other assets with going up into a five-wave move like this, they typically like to correct all the way back down that previous fourth wave area too, just like so. And if it stops short, that's bullish for Kaspa. Okay, guys? So that's how I'm looking at that with this coin. Now, if you want to wonder where you can go buy it, so if you go down there to the description in my YouTube, you go to Mex C. That's where I go buy my Kaspa coin, guys, where I go trade my Kaspa coin. Hold coins on, in my opinion, not financial advice. I think it's going to be a little bit better hold coins on this one, guys. Now, the targets and areas I'm looking for on Kaspa, let me go back to the trading view chart and remove this information for you guys. A little bit of details is that I'm expecting Kaspa to come down into these areas of 0.003 and make a hit, okay? Depending on what's going on in the markets, okay? And to make a hit from basically that box all the way up to that box. So you're looking at 300, 400, 500%, okay? So that's going to be a wave, and it's going to correct that. And then I'm actually expecting Kaspa, okay, at some point to make a move up to 0.007. I don't have it laid out right now. If it perhaps follows that area, it's going to be 0.07, excuse me, 7 cents, okay? Okay, like that. So what is going to be happening here with Kaspa coin, in my opinion, is a swing back down to here and back up to there is what I'm kind of be expecting, depending on what it's going to do in here, and then a correction up to here and then up to that area, guys, okay, is what I'm going to be expecting with Kaspa coin. So you're looking at like 300, 400%. It's going to do a correction and then back over there. If you just hold on to the coins, if it gets down here and you're looking now at like a 20x, okay, is what I'm going to be expecting. So on the bigger picture with Kaspa, okay. Let me clean this up a little bit. Back down to here. And remember, this can go all the way back down to those areas, guys, okay? For a correction on an asset like this. And then a hit all the way up to that 0.0, let me check that out. What was that number? 0.01. So a hit up to a 0.01, more or less in that area, okay? From here to here, and then do a correction, and then another target that I'd be looking at with Kaspa, okay? I go with the fib. It's going to do logarithmic numbers, guys. It's going to do logarithmic, okay? You can check it out. So depending on where it's going to correct to in that area, that's going to be a nice second wave correction. These areas at a minimum, guys. 0.007 is what I came up with. So that's what I'd be checking out in that area with Kaspa, guys. Just going to depend on what's going to do in here. What is it going to do in there, guys? It's going to do this. More than likely, it's going to do that, in my opinion. At least that's what I'm planning out. All right, guys? If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor. Drop a like. Hit the subscribe button. Peace.